Welcome back, it's Vex. Now, I was going to do a parody today, but unfortunately, Husky already did the same thing, except he had one of his friends do it, as I thought it would be hilarious to parody him. Unfortunately, I would never live up to it, because I don't even know if I can say H the Husky. Okay, you can say it. Nonetheless, let's get the nameplate up in the bottom left corner, which I thought was top right because it sure looked like it, is Bratters, and in the top right corner we have our blue Zerg Monstar. Now this replay was before the April Fools, but today is actually April 1st, so these are not actually the what unit was it? I can't remember now, but nonetheless I'll speed this up just a little bit because the beginning always is a bit timid. I always feel Husky should do this because then again, he has a lot more to talk about during his cast, so he doesn't need to speed up his replays. We have our SVC coming up for the first scout, Overlord just walking on over. If you consider that walking, I don't know why my computer likes to randomly lag while it is doing recordings, but it has done that ever since the patch. Other than that, my stream rate is just fine. We have a proxy barracks out of Bratters. Very gutsy move, out of the way of most of the site. He knows where he's spawning, so the Overlord will not see that. Sees that there is not an expansion, but it is only at the 2-minute mark. He sees the barracks, so it is unsuspicious. He is not seeing the, he doesn't think that there's going to be a proxy. Everything looks normal. Unless he's going to sit there and pick out the fact that there is a lower count of SVCs that there normally should be. There's the normal expand. We're not going to see any sort of quick pooling here. Gas popping up for Monstar. SVC has finished. I believe I'm going to assume he's going for a bunker. He's going to see this expansion. Just out of it barely. I don't want to follow your camera. I just want to see your vision. I don't think he's seen the hatchery. He did not see far enough over here. SVC's going out. We have 2 more SVs coming out. First Marine is out. He's got that badass custom skin on that guy. Kind of looks like from a different game. But anyway, SVC's coming out. I'm assuming we're gonna see some sort of bunker play at this point. This guy looks like he got some damage from the SVCs. Nothing special over here. No gas yet. Still pumping out, but no workers. He's spending all of his money on those Marines. 3 simultaneous bunkers are going down. He knows how to do this. Marines are in position for defense. There is only 1 bunker, however. I don't know if that's going to be able to pop out enough Marines nonetheless. The spawning pool is just now out. It is researching the speedlings. Let's look at our production tab. We only have 1 queen on the way. Does he not see this? He needs Zerglings. He needs them fast. The first bunker goes down, the second bunker goes down, and the third bunker goes down. He is supply blocked, or... yeah, supply blocked, so he's not pumping that out. Overlord obviously sees where this is at, but unless he can actually get to it, is going to do nothing. He has completely walled this off. There is no... I do not know if that is Zergling tight. It is extremely hard to see. This poor hatchery is going down. These drones are running for their poor little lives. Getting the defenses set up and getting a tumor out. Not really anything as far as Zerglings. They probably know the Zerglings cannot take that on unless they were in a much, much higher number. Still nothing fancy going over here. He knows he's got to use all his resources, or he is stacking quite a bit. He could build some more workers, but he's not. Nonetheless, another Marine running all the way over. He's backing up his Marines with his original barracks, which will be great. His Marines have left the bunker. He's running up this. He shoots the first termer. Oh, just in time. Any later would have taken out a couple of Marines. There is no tech here at this point. There is 1 queen. They're going to do what they can. 3 roaches are on their way with the queen and the drones. It looks like he might be able to clean this up. If only he knew. He needs to back this up as fast as possible. Drones are going down like crazy. 7, 8. Hero Marines going down. No Marines are at this. They are running scared. I do not know where they're going. Looks like he is done. He has done his damage. He has delayed this second base horribly long at the 7-minute mark. The Zerg does not have a base and only 17 workers. salvaging all of that to get all of his money back. Not sure if that was actually worth it with how much economy he's lost. Without that second base, I would honestly say this is even at this point. There is really no way to call it. I do not know what I just hit. I do believe I just reset the whole cast. I do not. I hit Control R. And, okay, so let's just speed this up and watch a fun little replay of whatever is going on, because we just... I suppose I shouldn't say we. Vex just pulled a stupid and reset the entire cast. Nonetheless, it is buzz, buzz, buzz. Barracks going up, proxy barracks up. Little scout drone. There was the fighting that I missed last time, just following this guy's screen. Still think he needs to pump out some more economy, but unfortunately he did not go quite as well. I still don't think the fact that he retreated was a good idea. He needed to push a little harder, at least at that wall. Because now that he's retreated all the way back, he is so far by in econ, he needed to do more damage. That damage was sort of done, but with those roaches and everything else that he'll quickly recover, especially as a Zerg player. You know they recover. Okay, so we're back to our regular speed. We're going to watch those all blow up. And all those go back down. I will not reset the entire cast this time, I promise. Turn off the player camera. We'll get everybody's view back up. Overlord chilling out in this corner. Got an Overlord over here that could float up along this ridge if he did it correctly. A very interesting bunker pattern here for Bradders. I'm not sure why he's not making this tight. There's the expand. There is no expand down here for Monstar. I believe he's going to push. He wants to push and win this because he knows that Bradders is behind. He's building that up because he knows he has to catch up at this point. 4 bunkers are down. The front 2 are full. There is a runway here. However, I feel he should have put these over here so they would have to do a run by. Unfortunately, they can do a really quick run through here and they will have no problem getting to that mineral line and running up to the base wherever they want. Roaches are approaching. Too many bunkers for him. He knows he'll lose too many roaches. SVCs are here to do repair. One SV going out. Not sure what he's going to do. I doubt we'll see any more proxy play at this point. Hatchery going down at the 9-minute mark. He's definitely behind. Spine crawler at the top of the ramp just in case there's any more playful going on. Not much tech going on. Finally getting his... oh, I completely missed this. There is a whole other base in here. As I said, those Zerglings did a run by. I knew that they could because that was not Zergling tight like it should have been. Whatever this Marine is doing, he needs to stop doing it. Texting and playing Starcraft is not recommended in this universe. The run by, as I said, if that had been tight, this would not be happening. So he is still going to clean this up with relative ease. Those Zerglings do not stand a chance. The SVC is chilling out here. The Zergling's just paying him no mind, so he's getting some free scouting out as he fluxes how awesome he is that he's not getting attacked. Zergling's running in. Workers. Did I miss the fact that there are, like, no workers left? Oh my goodness. I must have missed this because he is almost completely out of workers. There's no Bangley nest. I don't know what I missed, but I missed something big. Those Zerglings must have taken out a lot more than I thought. 15 workers killed, so definitely a great pushback by Monstar. I would say they're relatively on even settings at this point. APM, standard, not pro level, but definitely up there. One Zergling that was sitting there. We now have 3 full bunkers at that. No tech yet. Still just doing full barracks. He really needs to start teching up. Apparently, this is Planet S. For Planet Starcraft, I'm assuming. That could be a new team name. A 3rd hatchery is going up for Monstar. No tech to speak of except, the Baneley nest. He wants to break through those bunkers. He's going to do it. Lots of Zerglings most likely on the way. A lair and a hatchery going up. Nothing else fancy going on. Rocket turret going up. Not sure what the point of that is. I'm not sure if he's afraid of mutas, if he's afraid of... There are no cloaked units that I know of as far as the air, but perhaps he believes the roaches are going to get tunnel and claw and they could just sneak on in. I wonder if he's already done that actually, and that's how all of those things died. No, the only upgrade out of either player is the Speedlings. Kind of sad when you think about it. The Terran player is actually in the lead for resources, though he has not started gathering any gas. Oh, excuse me, this must have just happened because now that number is on the rise. Spending is fairly even except for Terran, who has done very little tech and very little army. His econ is far behind, but the Zerg has mined a lot more. We have the centrifugal hooks, which if I have remembered what they do, they increase the speed of banelings. The tumor is continuing its spread, though it's very poor creep spread at this point, but at least it's getting somewhere. Third hatchery is up and producing. Melee attacks are going up. Evolution chamber. 6 more drones coming out for some more econ. Bratter should be using this time that he has right now where he's not being attacked by banelings to start macroing up and teching up. He desperately needs to. He's built an extra orbital command to get those SVCs out. There's the factory. We got some tech finally going, extremely late. He's doing lots of barracks though, heavy bio with those banelings. This is not looking good. He's got the scan. He should see this. He should see that it's researching something. Hopefully we see a tech switch out of this. Suddenly we see a tech lab. What is a tech lab on? Okay, he's upgrading his factory with a tech. This is doing nothing. It could float over here and start doing some work. He needs to start boasting up a third base. He needs to pull back ahead of Monstar. After he's wasting that, he should have just built another. It is much more efficient just to mine the minerals. Though he is going heavy supply at this moment. He's not that far behind Monstar. All the bunkers are full. He should seal this off. Though with the banelings that are on the way, it will do very little. Infestors. Oh, we got infestor tech. Oh boy. We know where this is going. And against bio units, those infestors will have no problem wiping up that mess. More overlords coming out to increase the supply. 6 banelings on the way. 16 zerglings being produced. Most of them probably going to be changed into banelings. One fully saturated base. This other base slowly getting saturated. Anti-air for any drops. Though this would be a very easy spot to drop right over here and run up. Looks like he is moving out, though all he has is mass marines. We are going to watch a slaughter. There's the third base that I was suggesting he do earlier. All the bunkers are now out. This poor siege tank is going to be alone shortly after he watches all of his comrades melt in an acid bath. We now have lots of tanks going out. He's switching to a tank bio composition. One Zergling who's going to sacrifice himself for the betterment. He sees that there is no third, though he... Oh, what do we got? The Zerg has found the base that is up here. This is no longer a secret. 4 supply depots up at this. This is just waiting to get destroyed. A waste of minerals, if you ask me. It should be back in his main base. That wall will not hold against much, especially when he has no army. He sees the Overlord. The Overlord does have its speed. 1 is going up for weapons, and we have combat shields on the way. Stimpak is just now finishing up. More tanks and more SVCs are being produced. 7 more drones being produced for Monstar. 3 infestors. He is just turtling at this point. He needs to start moving out. Those infestors are going to tear through his army. Another scan. Where do we got the scan at? I have no idea, but there is a scan somewhere. Overlord's floating around, making sure that there's no more hidden bases. This base has been discovered by that Zergling. He's transferred quite a bit of his workers over. More barracks are going down. Oh, you poor, poor soul. Why are you going for barracks? You scanned that baneling nest. You know what's going on. I wonder, I do not know if he actually ended up seeing. He doesn't. I think it was still growing. It was, unless he might be able to click on it and see what it is. Overlord chilling out in the center. Those bases are extremely scary to actually get, though you can do it if you are in the lead. It is a great backup for some income. Another scan goes down. He sees the composition. He sees the infestor. That's what he needed to see. I hope to see a tech switch to something a little more mechanical like Thor, or maybe some Hellbats. Hellbats would tear through this army, though you'd probably lose a few to the banelings. Infestor's energies are boosting up. I think it's 100. No. Fungal Growth requires 75. You can cast it twice if the energy is full enough. This army's getting ready to go. They have the custom skins for the soldiers. A 4th hatchery has just completed. Another command center is going down. He may turn that into a planetary fortress. 2 command centers going down. I really feel he should be focusing up on his army. He does not have the right composition for this. This is going to be a slaughter. Those banelings are going to do so much damage, though his army is out of position. He's going to run up to this hatchery. We should see the army coming down, and here it comes. Getting a little timid. He sees the infestors. He does not want to get infested. He wants to pull these guys back into it, and he pushes forward. The fungal. You can't split with those fungals. The tanks are completely undefended. Oh, that was a horrible loss for Bradders. As I said, those Marines were going to get eaten. The fungals held them in their position, and then the banelings came in and wiped them out. Tanks are doing their best. Some good spread there. Zerglings are doing more damage to themselves. Stim in, trying to clean up this mess. There are still infestors underground. Medevacs coming in that will help bolster this army to make it a little longer lasting. 16 more Zerglings on the way. Both the command centers for Bradders are almost complete. 5 more Marines and 2-2 for Bradders is coming up. Just mass Zerglings. He knows that he can try to clean this up now. I don't think he's been doing enough larval. He needs more queens. They need to be puking all over because he does not have enough to produce units. Only 4 larvae. He really needs to start puking up more. He's just used all of them. That is why he's floating so many minerals. He does not have the larvae he needs to produce the army that the Marine keeps killing. Bradders going in, taking out. All of the drones are in there, but he can still shoot them all. These 5 Marines being hero Marines. SVCs are now long-distance mining for whatever reason I do not know. Zerglings going out. Why these Zerglings completely bypass this? Maybe he's just given up on it. Medevacs are boosting over. Oh, boy. Army is completely out of position. These Zerglings are going to take out all these kills. Let's watch the worker tab just completely float over. He wasn't paying attention. If he had upgraded a couple of those to planetary, they would have taken some of this out. He is not lifting off. This one's already on fire, however, and it will continue to burn. Please don't drop your Marines. Please do not. It is not worth it. You do not have what you need to do that. A Marauder thrown into the mix. Attacking the one Zerg that is there. Still long distance mining for whatever reason. I do not know. He just needs to throw them over here. Perhaps he's really desperate. He's floating one of those over. Oh, no. Oh, no. As Husky would say, that just happened. I will never be Husky. Nonetheless, I can get louder. Those Zerglings know that there's a base floating over. Tanks are set up. Zerglings can always rush by those Marines if possible. We don't know why he is puking on the center. For some reason he is, nonetheless. Take a look at the production tab. We have Ultralisks on the way. Armor and attacks up to level 3. When those Ultralisks get out here, they will tear through. This is not going to stay. Why he has only one thing we're tearing? It is down. Marines are going to get cleaned up. These siege tanks will take out some. Though now that's too close to attack, and it is done for. These tanks coming in to try to save it. He's going way too heavy bio. 4 Ultralisks on the way for Monstar at this point. I'd almost want to call GG if I were Bradders and I knew what was coming my way. Planetary Fortress is coming down. It feels like a waste of time at this point. He has blocked off his ramp. He has a very favorable view of blocking off the supply depots. The army supply is just pushing for Monstar, and the worker supply too. We look at the income tab. He's easily stacking way more minerals at this point, unless he catches up, switches tech or something. Bradders needs to pull out a miracle. He needs to micro these very well to try to push forward. If he's careful, he could come up and take this base. The army is very close, though. There goes down the scan that for some reason I cannot actually hear any of my game sounds now. Apparently I turned it off. Just in time for this battle, the Ultralisks are coming in, completely wiping out this army. The fungals go down. The medevacs cannot keep up. We see body parts just flying everywhere, and GG, or lack thereof. Bradder's realizing with those Ultralisks out, he did not have the tech for it. 3-3 was almost done. Excuse me, apparently the ending of the game got boring as soon as it ended. 3-3 was almost done. He could have waited, though I really don't think it would have made that much of a difference because 3-3 is also almost done for our Zerg player. We see the poor scattered remnants of the army lying about in whatever fashion they see fit. Hope you guys like this game. Feel free to leave your comments below. Different things you think I should do, how to change my commentary, if I should change my voice, make it higher, make it lower, how to talk, etc., etc. All criticism is acquired or allowed. There's a good one for you. Words to use. I don't know the word. Criticism is appreciated. There we go. We got the word out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.